Kaveh Madani is an environmental scientist and activist, a visiting fellow at Yale, and in 2017 he was appointed deputy head of Iran's Department of Environment, stepping down about 7 months later after being arrested by the Revolutionary Guard. It's quite the resume. He is with us this hour from Toronto. Thank you for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so Kevin, how does a region go from essentially being underwater just 2 years ago, there it is, because of severe flooding, to now being the scene of deadly protests over water scarcities? People are being shot dead by security forces. That's a pretty big turnaround in a very short amount of time. How did that happen?
Well, floods and droughts come together in that part of the world. They existed in that region of the world before a country named Iran comes to existence. What the Iranians haven't learned, the Iranian managers, is how to live with floods and droughts and how to get prepared for the extreme events, how to store water coming from the flood events for the dry years. And unfortunately, this is the outcome that we are seeing.
Well, how much impact has climate change had in making what was essentially a bad situation into a much worse situation?
So we know that climate change is going to increase the frequency and intensity of extreme events, floods, droughts, heat waves, wildfires, and so on. And that part of the world is no exception. We are seeing signs in US and Canada, Western US, Western Canada, Germany, Belgium, Iran, China. But we got to really be careful about climatizing thing. As a person who has been on both sides, as a scientist at university doing climate research, and as a negotiator over the implementation of the Paris Agreement, I tell you one thing: we at universities have the tendency to climatize every event to get the attention of the decision makers, so they take action on climate change. On the other side, many decision makers, especially in the global south, welcome this opportunity, because then there is no, they have no responsibility for what is happening. It's an exogenous force. It's something that has been created by the industrial economies, and they tell you that they couldn't have done anything better.
Well, in recent days, Iran's supreme leader spoke out about the water shortage as well as the protests. Here he is.
The people have expressed their discontent, but we can't criticize them for that. The water problem is not a minor one, particularly in Khuzestan's hot climate.
This crisis, it's born of poor water management. Doesn't that ultimately come back to the guy in charge of the government, who's the one who just spoke then, the supreme leader?
Well, Iran has a very strange governance system. Everyone has responsibility and no one is responsible at the end. So you keep blaming each other in that system. Yes, we need governments to get systems prepared for the extreme events, climatic or whether it's a pandemic, an economic crisis, and so on. The good thing is that the government is eventually recognizing the right to live and the right to breathe and the life to drink as a human right. And that is indeed something that the Iranian intelligence has been very paranoid about, environmental concerns, which have the power to unite regardless of your ethnicity, where you come from, whether you believe in the system or not, your religion, and so on. Environment is a concern. It's something that can unite people and it can create national security problems, and that is why they have been paranoid about it in recent years.
Yeah, it was interesting. We just saw a map of where the drought areas are, and that coincides to where the protests have been. But essentially, Iran is water bankrupt, which is to say water withdrawals significantly exceed the ability of aquifer rivers and lakes to recharge and replenish. In essence, the country is becoming water insolvent because the liabilities, water withdrawal, exceed the reasonable market value of assets held. That is, aquifers, recharge rates, and replenishment of surface water bodies. I mean, essentially, they're out of water. So how does a country like Iran get itself out of water insolvency? And how many other countries are facing a similar crisis like this?
I think many other countries are facing a similar situation. We have seen, similar situations in other parts of the Middle East. We have already seen what happened in Syria and how a drought functioned as a trigger for a national security crisis. So Iran is not alone in this game. Sooner or later others will join. Essentially, checking accounts are empty. That's surface water. Saving accounts, groundwater has been also exhausted, and there are now lots of creditors and lots of water rights holders whose rights cannot be satisfied, and they are having trouble. There is no quick fix for this because the problem got created over decades, and a problem like this cannot be solved overnight. You have to understand this problem and look at it from the political economy standpoint. Iran essentially is using its water to create jobs for the farmers. Unless it diversifies its economy, industrialize its economy, invest in service sector, it cannot get out of this trouble. Now, in order to do that, Iran has to make really big decisions, especially in relation, regarding its relation to the West and how it wants to deal with sanctions and so on, and if it wants to get its economy out of this trouble.
Nothing is ever easy. Nothing worthwhile, that is. Kaveh Madani, thank you for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.